donkey. Oh, y'all donkeys. Come on. They're selling our country, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling And I never been down with no OPP. I talk about selling our people's property. Don't know who doing it, so don't round me out. Don't send no police round me and tell me shush my mouth. Where's our conviction? But where's our pride? We selling everything, selling our backside. Just go online, it'll make you sick. You can buy any island, just point and click. See, they're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling Ride him! My mother always say, when you find a donkey, ride it! Who's donkey? What? Come on! We got a whole nation in 73. Now we getting back the whole country. What kind of fools we must be, selling out for a bag of rice and a cup of tea. You know what does bug me? Help me understand. I can't find piece of property for under 80 grand, but I can fix this. I know what to do. I can squat just like them other people try make me do. See, they're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling They're selling our country, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling I get everybody sells some every day. They're selling one island, they won't keep. What can be left for you and me? Is this the example? What's our kids to do? You want them have a sense of pride, or go selling too? Cause they're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling They're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling They're selling our country, yes man, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling They're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling
situation getting more dangerous as I see it. You know, people approach to this issue with the Haitians and the Haitians gaining ground in the Bahamas, and I don't want to get caught up in that.
Yeah.
Please. He ain't no bad person. And he only trying to help out one of his constituents. And he ain't no bad person.
Okay. So that is his property then?
In the back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the farm. That's his farm.
Okay. And it lead right up to the house.
It lead right up to the house, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The constituency trying to help, that's a Bahamian?
Yeah, he is a Bahamian, but you understand.
Oh, he's a Bahamian of Asian descent, okay.
Yeah, he's James Jacks, but he's a Bahamian.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so what they doing? They selling, or he just letting them farm?
So he has a shipping company, right, in which he sends stuff to Haiti and back. So like you know, like that old oil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. They have a market for that down there.
Yeah.
He capitulates on that market by shipping those stuff out.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Right. And so what happened is that currently, what happens is that once Haitians who don't have no status, once they reach 18, a lot of them end up trying to find low-income jobs in order to keep a living, because it's either that or result of crime, because they can't continue to UB, because then they have to pay to go to UB. And then what also happens is that most of the jobs, they ask for passport. If you come to apply, you will see passport or voter's card.
Yeah.
So they can't get no job. And so what it is that Mr. Major is just trying to find ways to keep them set of people them out of trouble, trying to help continue to provide a way for them to contribute to the society properly, right, while they wait for immigration to sort out whatever mess that is, that, you know, because once they reach 18, it's like they, and the only thing they're doing is causing crime in the constituency.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all this stuff. So it's like they have a little thing going on, and it's keeping plenty people out of trouble, you know, finding a way for them to stay active or whatever like that. And you just, you know, I know what you're doing, but then like they can hurt a good thing going on inside the community with them, and you know illegal people there. Plenty funny last name.
Yeah.
Plenty funny last name, right? But ain't nobody illegal.
Yeah. All right. Like I see what's going on, because a lot of the neighbors had issues. They had serious concerns about that. Yeah, because it's really them, and they is constituents.
Yeah, I know, because you know people only looking from afar. Looking from afar and seeing from afar. And, you know, what we need to do is we need to continue to foster communities, people that talk to each other. If you use my neighbor, like all you gotta do is say hi. I mean, all you gotta do is say hi.
Yeah.
And you would find out exactly what's happening.
Yeah. Just that they saw like different things, like the coal and all that shipping out and all that.
And then also what Mr. Major is doing now is that the issue with the coal, you know, he is the executive chairman at BAIC.
Yeah.
He is putting forward a proposal that BAIC has an approved coal product based off of a BAIC stamp that says that the product was harvested in a sustainable, trying to avoid the illegal foresting, and to get people to say, well, hey, look here, look for the logo if you buy coal, to make sure to try to say, all right, well, to stop the Haitians from illegally harvesting or having a market to sell coal to. Right? So you're seeing a lot of stuff, because we're trying to put some stuff into production, right? We're trying to do some things, right? But then it's a process.
Yeah.
You're doing it and deal it out to the public. So where the coal is, you got to make it first. You got to do these things first. And so this is where we are.
Yeah. Well, I knew all that you called me to say. I just, throw a shot over the bow to let them know we watching, because I have more information than I put out.
I know he's a bit information man, but man, he's a humble person, man.
Yeah.
He ain't really want no smoke. He's just trying to help people, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, what to do? Tell him reach out to me, and then we could. Yeah, tell him reach out to me, and then we could see how we could deal with that. All right, bro.
All right.
All right. See ya.
Good afternoon, Bahamas, and welcome, welcome, welcome. It is always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for spending your beautiful Tuesday with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the beautiful Tuesday, the 11th of April, 2023, and we are broadcasting live from the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Thank you all for joining us from wherever you are. We got quite a few things to touch on today, to bring all of our fellows up to date on what is happening and all of our fellow Bahamians up to date. I want to say a special good evening to all of my organic Bahamians. I love you. You are the reason why we fight. You are the reason we stay up at night. You are what wakes us up in the morning. You're the reason we wake up in the morning, and that is to fight for you in obedience to our Maker. Thank you so much for all of this. Thank you for broadcasting from wherever you are around the world. We always enjoy you having you here. So we're gonna bring up a couple of things, and then we are going to open the lines for you so you can talk about these things we're going to drop today. Good night, watching from Crooked Island. Crooked Island is watching. Thank you for watching all the way from Crooked Island. Yeah, all the way from Crooked Island. Who else is there? Who else is there? Where are you broadcasting from? Where are you watching from? Let me know. Let me know. Watching from BI. Watching from BI. Thank you. Watching from BI. Ina Knows and Nazo. Welcome, Ina Knows. Orlando is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Marva says it would rather not be anywhere else. COI is in. Mike Kyle, they're in the house. Thank you so much. Marco City. The screen is pretty dark. I don't know why I can't see this good. See if I could open this up another way so I can see what's going on here. Pinewood is in the house. That's Ann Green. Thank you, Ann Green. Welcome from Pinewood, Pompano Beach. That's Rajon. Carmichael Road is in the house. That's Anishka. Watching from TCI. Love, forgive, and peace. TCI is in the house. TCI, they have started demolishing the shanty downs in the TCI. But of course, the Prime Minister in Bahamas decided to talk to the Haitian pastors to get permission to break down the shanty downs in the Bahamas. Go figure. Denzel Dean is in Pinewood. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Pinewood. Bradley Dean is in Freeport. Stanley Johnson is in Acklands. Welcome, Stanley Johnson. Diane Smith is in Freeport. Welcome, Diane. Kermit Bastian is in Freeport. D'Anton Ferguson is in Exuma. Looking forward to sending the candidate down to Exuma this time. Teran Smith is in South Beach. Sean Tinker Sr. Good night to you. Good night to all of you. Who's that? Donald McInnes is in Freeport. Thank you for tuning in, Donald McInnes, and welcome. Yamakra is in the house. That's Jessica. Tavari Stewart is also in the house. We have Alfonso Daly watching all the way from Atlanta. Thank you. Sabrina is in Exuma. We got the Berry Islands. That's Peter in the Berry Islands. Thank you, Peter. Din is also watching. Marsha is in Freeport. Thank you, Marsha. Leah is watching from New Providence. Welcome, New Providence. Always good to have you here. It's my people. Bob is from Eleuthera. Prince Rule is watching from Freeport, Grand Bahama. Freedom Fighter is watching. Welcome, Freedom Fighter. Dwight is watching from Freeport. What do we got? DeAnton from Exuma. Thank you so much. I can't read all of them as usual, you know. But thank all of you for tuning in, getting those early. We are everywhere. We are all over this Bahamas, and we are around the world. There are patriotic Bahamians ready for the new Bahamas, ready for this change. And so we want to thank you wherever you are in the world. If you are outside of the Bahamas, living in America, living in Canada, just know that our mission is to build a home that you can come back home to. We are going to build a home that you can come back home to. And that is the new Bahamas. There are talented Bahamians spread all over the world. And it is a shame that they are building someone else's country when they should be building ours. But the shame is that they want to build our country, but there's nothing here for them to build. Our politicians have continually destroyed this country and told our children that we educated that they're overqualified to be in this Bahamas, because the Bahamas at this time is underqualified to house our children. That is where we are. But of course, we're going to build a better Bahamas. First of all, I want to congratulate all of our athletes, all of our Bahamian athletes who performed, who made us proud. You all made us, you made us proud. Thank you all for your efforts, and it is just the beginning. It's the beginning of something big. The COI has put forward a plan for sports that's going to revolutionize sports in this country, evolutionize sports in this country. The thing is, the track and field stars, athletes in Jamaica, they train in Jamaica. That's where they train. Our athletes, for the most part, I'm talking about the professional ones, they train in America. They go to college in America, they train in America, because there's nothing really here. And so what we want to do is we want to create a focus to train our athletes. We will get a return on investment. This is not money that you are throwing away. This is an investment, because there's no greater advertisement than your athlete watched by the world with the Bahamas across their chest. Companies pay to have a little logo on a jersey, a little logo, a little tick, or a little word. Gatorade, Nike, Adidas on a jersey of an athlete. You cannot pay for having the Bahamas spread across a jersey. In marketing, the battlefield is the mind of the customer. You want to be in the mind of the customer. We want persons, when they think about traveling, they think about the Bahamas, because it keeps coming up. Everywhere they look, they see Bahamas. So when they think of traveling, they say, you know what, let's go to the Bahamas. And that is what it is. So it's investing in our kids, who will then be investing in us. And so never again in the new Bahamas will our children be scrapping and trying to find money to go and travel to represent us around the world. That will never happen in the new Bahamas, because it's a good investment. Real countries, America, China, Russia, Britain, they make sure that their athletes have everything they need to do what they need to do. But of course, the tickets are always ready when the MPs and their entourage want to travel to show off with the athletes. Their tickets are always ready. Their hotel room always ready. Their first class tickets always ready when it's time to travel. But then most of the time, our athletes have nothing. We're going to take good care of our athletes, and we are going to transform this world. We've put together a plan that shows certain areas, specific areas that we want to focus on from the school level, identify our top athletes from in school and train them. Initially bring in trainers from around the world, professional trainers. We pay them whatever it takes. Colleges do that. because it brings money, revenue to the college. And so they pay for the best coaches. We are going to pay whatever it takes to bring in the coaches and also train coaches here in the Bahamas, Bahamian coaches, so that we can have a focus on athleticism. There's two things that Bahamian students are known for. That's being extremely academic or extremely athletic. And we have to take this to the next level. And so that is one of the plans that we have to take our country to the next level. Because these guys, they don't know what they're doing. All right. And so we're going to have to focus and invest on this. So congratulations to all of our athletes. The New Bahamas is coming. You will never, ever, it hurts my heart to see a child outside a food store with a sponsor slip to go and represent our country. That hurts my heart to see that. I was in business in the sports shoes business. I sponsored teams to travel all over the world. I sponsored them because it will benefit our country. I sponsored them here. I paid for entire teams to travel and represent this country because it's a focus. And so I just wanted to get that out there. So congratulations to all of you. The New Bahamas is at hand. You will beg no more. Bahamians will be royalty, and it is coming, and it is coming soon. In fact, it's here. All right. We also want to say to all of you that the government told us that no, we cannot have a rally, which we wanted to have yesterday. They said because all of the parks and public places in the Bahamas were being used on that day. All. So we drove around yesterday, and what we found is that none were in use. None. Our government has gone into a communist-style dictatorship, an evil dictatorship. I think the mistake we made was that we should have said that we are a group of Haitians and that we want to fly our flag on yesterday and have a big Haitian rally. Because if we had said that, and I have nothing against Haitians, don't get me wrong, but I have a problem with the fact that Bahamians are now last-class citizens in our country. I have a serious problem with that. I have a serious problem with the fact that the Haitians applied to use the sports center. We applied to use the sports center. We also applied for Aaron Bailey, Awaki, and some other places. And they told us basically no. They said no room in the inn. We don't have any parks available. But of course, they gave these other people our park. Now, we're the taxpayers, the Bahamians. We're the taxpayers. We pay to maintain that. That's what we pay for. It's our country. We are paying for that to be maintained in every single way. I think my image is frozen on the screen. I'm so sorry you have to see this again. I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, my image is frozen on the screen, but I think you can still hear me. All right, it's going to take a second and check that. But it's ridiculous. Not one park was in use yesterday. We have freedom of assembly. We have a right to use our public spaces that we pay for. But the government just said, no. I mean, I don't know what kind of backwater banana republic this is we're living in. But nothing like this should ever happen in this country. I'll try to reset that other video so that we can get that back up. But that should never happen. It's falling apart. Work recently, we can hardly see it, but the light's too bright in here. It's called Our Iceberg is Melting. And this is from the people who brought you books like Who Moved My Cheese and, 1 Minute Manager, those kind of books. So it's like those allegory type of books. Very powerful book. It talks about it's an allegory about some penguins who live in an iceberg. An iceberg was melting, and one person was able to see it, and no one else would listen. And it shows how people are divided by what political side they're on, and by different reasons they're divided. They ridicule the person, they chastise them, they don't want them to stop a good thing. Let people listen. We're making money now. You're talking this foolishness, but iceberg melting. And it shows the progression of the person who will be ridiculed and lied on and scandalized. And the same story is going on and on and on throughout history. When everyone refuses to realize that the iceberg is melting. And it's not until it's almost done that people wake up and then it's too late. They sink like the Titanic. But if they choose to wake up and do something about it, then they can have change. Someone says, I'm freezing now. I just want to say that our iceberg is melting. Our country is in peril. We're being overtaken and overrun. And conversations are now starting to come from certain people that they are here to overrun us and overpopulate us. And once they overpopulate us, it's majority rule. And when you have majority rule, anything they do is legal. Once we have majority rule, if we are outnumbered, they can turn this into a province of Haiti. They can make a law and say only Haitians are allowed to benefit from crown land. And this sounds like extreme stuff. But when you have majority rule, this is a strong possibility. My advice to Bahamians is, man, it's the only country we got, man. Man, we got to wake up. We can't just sit down on our laurels and let this country go to the dogs. Well, our Prime Minister panders to these people, bringing in others and not looking out for us. That's the Prime Minister. All the Bahamian barbers in this country, the Prime Minister in this country, who already ain't got no hair, went to a Haitian barbershop. Nothing wrong with him doing that. But he's showing support for a new voters bloc. Y'all are about to be erased. Your iceberg is melting right before your eyes. And a barber sent this to me, a Bahamian barber sent this to me. Of all the Bahamian barbers in this country, so he did. It's happening all throughout this country. And we got to do something before it's too late. We'll talk about some more stuff. So I want to get to talking about Brent Symonette and what's happening with them. That's very interesting. Finish some of this stuff here. The neighbors of Leroy Major have been reaching out. They're terrified that man who's supposed to be an MP, who lives in that neighborhood, would set up a situation where all these strange people, it could encourage crime, all kinds of stuff could be happening in their backyards. The neighbors are terrified. They said a week before last, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it looked like Little Haiti out there. They said it was crowded. The people come into those trailers that we showed you last week. They said it was crowded. with people coming to the trailers to get stuff, to send stuff, to get this coal out of the country. People were coming like crazy to pack up these trailers and to receive stuff and send stuff. And they spoke to him, and he didn't care. They spoke to him and said, how could you do this in our neighborhood? He says, what about safety? So he told someone that he was going to deal with me because I put in his family at risk. I put in your family at risk for talking about what you're doing. But you doing it isn't putting them at risk. Do you see how demented that is? You bringing these people into your backyard, not into your backyard, these strangers, no one know them, what they doing, no one know what's coming in and out of this stuff, out of these trailers. Strangers coming into your backyard. And me talking about it is the problem, not you doing it. Oh, what a wonderful world we live in. That's strange. That's very strange. All right. And so some of the neighbors are complaining, some of the neighbors are disappointed in Leroy Major, and they thought that he would be different. Of course, we get swing every time. I don't know. So let's say now, let me talk to you now. The F&M is now going to bring you some candidates, and somehow you think they could be different. Let's get sense from now. Somehow the F&M is going to bring you candidates, and they could be different. No, they won't. It's going to be the same cycle over and over. The neighbors talked about how they can't even get food stamp to assist them. How the man flammed them and promised them jobs, and they dress up and go and do interview and never hear back. Some of them needed the roof fix. One needed a roof fix, and their roof's still leaking, the whole roof. And, what was so hurtful is that Leroy Major, ran during Dorian when we had all that bad weather. Leroy Major ran to the people's house, him and his family, and got refuge in their house because of what was happening in his house during Dorian. Ran to the people's house, got refuge in the neighbor's house during when Dorian happened. And that same house is now leaking from then. From Leroy Major got in, going on 2 years. And he couldn't think to say, okay, this urban renewal project that's going around, other MPs getting no person straight. Leroy Major couldn't say, wow, this is the house that saved me and my family. Let me just tell urban renewal, have this as one of the houses that is repaired, because they rescued me. We keep putting our faith in politicians, but help coming from them. We got to help ourselves, and that's who the COI is. We are Bahamians who decided that we are tired of politicians, that we got to do this ourselves. We are real Bahamians who decided to take a stand. That's who we are. Some of the neighbors are saying that Leroy Major don't even own that property. They say he taking property around there. That's what they're alleging. I haven't had a chance to go and do the search and check yet, but that's what they're saying. They're alleging that he took over about 17 properties around there. He was just taking properties from people. They are disgusted with what's happening. So they said, where you put them trailers, down this property. That's what they're saying. They're concerned because they are seeing the coal from our trees going down. They're seeing the coal be shipped out. They're seeing that. One neighbor said she saw a woman being taken out of the trailer. We must avoid corruption, but also the appearance of corruption. That's a legal term. You cannot be corrupt as an official, but you also cannot appear to be corrupt. Why is this happening in his yard? But let me tell you, it gets deeper. It gets much deeper. The James Jack person, James Jack, the person of Asian descent, who he has operating this import-export thing, is Leroy Major's brother-in-law, technically. James Jacks is married to Leroy Major's wife's sister. So the two of them, James Jack and Leroy Major, are married to sisters. Get it? You see the nepotism? You see what's happening here? And so Leroy Major's wife's sister's husband is allowed to come and do this whole thing on this property. No one will search. No customer officer coming in the MP yard. None. And so you know what that means. All right? So these containers can bring in anything. They could bring in guns, drugs, whatever you want. People, anything. Not one person in the news covered that. Not one person in the news asked Leroy Major one question about this. They were on here on the live watching. They saw it. Not one of them asked a question. Because Philip Brave Davis has brought out the news. Our country is in serious problems. When the media has been bought out, the opposition has been bought out. Here's the, what's his name? The leader of the opposition with the PLP is saying this, we have won Bahamas. He put that on his Facebook page. They are one. They are one, but they ain't one with us. They ain't one with us. And there's where the problem comes in. That's where the problem comes in. They're not one with us. And so, Leroy Major, your constituents, they are paying you to look out for them. They're paying you to look out for them. Paying. But meanwhile, everyone else is getting straight. But we got some more to talk about tonight. I'm going to touch on these political trolls who are now crying for contracts. While Brent Symonette getting straight. Brent Symonette is living his best life under the PLP. He getting straight. And so we went all the way to England to look up their financials and see what's really going on and what's happening. Listen, the PLP and FNM are one, and they continuously getting straight. While we suffering, they tell you just shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. All right? So, let me see. I want to play these audios for you. I don't give me enough time for that. But there's audios going around by political trolls, LH, etc. They're fighting now. They're fighting. Where they are saying that, they're complaining about contracts. They're complaining about contracts. And they're exposing the corruption of their party. They're exposing that there are people who are party cronies they're able to walk to different ministries, not walk, but go to different ministries and just get contracts. Like not go through a procurement process, go through a tender or bidding process. They're able to just walk into a ministry and get contracts. And they're fighting over who is getting more contracts and who's not getting more contracts. And they're admitting to corruption and nepotism. And this won't even make the news. And y'all as Bahamas going to sit down and let this continue? The New Bahamas is not about nepotism. It's about all of us need to eat. These PLP trolls are crying that they need to eat. They got bills and they need more contracts, more contracts. Every Bahamian needs to eat. There's more than enough out there for all of us. It's time for all Bahamians to eat. Enough of this political cronyism. And so this is LH, long time political crony. And they're talking about how, they're bragging about how they get contracts. He has a contract for the graveyard, Spikenard Graveyard. So here's the graveyard. It's a graveyard. It's in horrible condition. It's uncapped. He is getting, I think it's $49,000 a month. Jesus. You could pay 40 people, $1,000 a month and still carry home $9,000 a month to have them keep this place, maintain the grass not growing out of whack and all this stuff happening. He's getting $49,000 a month. Huh? So you say you're getting $49,000 a month. Look at that. $49,000 a month. A month. Look at that. To maintain this place. That's what you all paying them. But look at it. I mean, they're bragging with the contracts. Grass overgrown, trash. Look at that. The grass growing all up between the graves. They could pay 40 people, and there's no way you need that much people. They could pay 40 people $1,000 a month and still carry home $9,000, almost $10,000 a month. But the place look like this. Look at it. Look at it. My Lord. But this would we accept, I guess. We must like it, eh? Yeah, I can talk about them said that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the grass growing all over the place. Look how uncapped it is. $49,000. You see it? Okay. Now you see in some of these pictures, look how overgrown this is at the bottom of this picture. Look at how overgrown that is. Look at that. Jesus. Look at that. Oh my God. All the weed and this is you getting paid $49,000 a month. Ah boy. And this would you all continuously vote for. That's one of his contracts. He bragged about it. 3 contracts for $49,000. Each one of those contracts for $49,000 is $588,000 a year. It's millions of dollars in contract. Look at that. You see that? Now you saw some other ones popping up with these walls. Let's go back to one of them. These walls. Let's find the walls. Where are the walls? He got $89,000 for this little wall right here. $89,000. $89,000. dollars. All right, $89,000. What a wall! What a wall! Sorry, Pastor. See the wall there? $89,000 for a wall. See that wall? $89,000. Jesus. And they are crying for more. That's not how the Bahamas is going to look. That's not how we're going to operate in the new Bahamas. We need change, and we need change fast. And so, if you haven't gotten those voice notes, go listen to them. They're very entertaining. They are admissions of corruption and cronyism and everything else. And it's shameful. It's shameful. And so, these same kind of leeches and rodents who are going around to the ministries, they go there and walk over the contract. Leslie Miller got the contract. You saw all those trees, those big cedar trees being cut down along the airport road and other places. Leslie Miller got a huge contract for that. Huge. They cut down trees. He didn't really hire, because he don't cut down trees. He actually hired a company. He got the contract, but he hired a company to do the work and was trying to literally pay the company $80 an hour. The company got to bring equipment and all that kind of stuff, And he was trying to pay the company $80 an hour. This is Leslie Miller. And he got, crazy money. And he let them do the work. And he said, oh, I tell you, I was only paying you $80 an hour, The company, not the individual, the company. And he ain't on there, right? And this will be keep entertaining. I don't know. But maybe some people love that. I'm going to segue in a minute, but please sponsor the movement. The only way this is going to happen is if you support us, is if you make this happen. So we need you to make sure that you fund the movement. And so you can scan that right there. You can scan that QR code or this QR code right here, but either one of them, and you can fund the movement. So that QR code is for GoFundMe. This one is to go directly to do it here in the Bahamas with SunCash. And so you can scan this if you want to do it right here in the Bahamas. So scan that now or go back to the replay and you can scan it then. Remember, we're also broadcasting on YouTube. All right, YouTube. We're also broadcasting on YouTube and other areas. So if your family members and friends who don't have Facebook, you can send them the YouTube link and any of them can watch it. All right, so this link right here goes to SunCash. And this is, you can fund right here. This other link, this goes to GoFundMe, all right? Or you can go right here and you can support the movement. Thank you so much for doing so, all right? Thank you so much. We appreciate you for doing that. And I know some of you are watching it on the device. You'll have to scan it. But if you're watching it on your YouTube, on TV, or whatever, you can go and scan right now and look at it. And you can do what you have to do, all right? So I'll just leave these two up for now. This one is a SunCash, and you can go to GoFundMe by going there. So you go to either one that you want to go to. It's the same thing. All right. So I'll leave them up for now. All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate your assistance. That's how we're going to get this done. This is a huge undertaking for all of us. You have to fund and support the movement. They have for them. They get funding. They have to beg for funding. You have to raise money. All right. The PLP does the same thing. And so that's how it works. All right. So we got to do what it takes to get this done. Now, I'm just going to segue quickly before I open the lines. There was, I think it's this gentleman here on the left-hand side, the uncle, in this Lanisha Rule case. It's the uncle in this Lanisha Rule case. They said that he turned Crown witness and he pleaded guilty and he was given a fine. of $9,000. Corruption must end in this country, and we must continue to make sure it ends. And so, these two corrupt individuals, alleged corrupt individuals, they're going to have a hard time. But there's more to the story. I'm waiting to tell you the actual story. Let me just give you a sneak peek. That lady right there wanted Pinewood. She wanted to run in Pinewood when I was there for the F&M. Husbands found his rule. All of a sudden, a case pop up from a lady named Rule to try to get me out of Pinewood. They're trying to use that. I'll talk more about that later. What I can say is, God don't sleep. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna play some videos. Maria got a chance, and her team got the chance to go down to Andres. She went down to Andres, and she got to look at some things and to see some things. She got to see what's going on down there, and what she discovered, it's not new, but what she discovered is that Bahama Hot Mix, Brent Symonette and the crew, they are down there, and they are digging up the place. And so we got a couple of videos I want you all to see quickly, and then we're going to go on a little adventure all the way to the good old UK. And so which one do I play first? I'll just play anyone first. All should be the same. All right, so watch these videos. This is Maria Daxon, Deputy Leader of the Coalition of Independence, in Andres, and I'll show you what she discovered. And then I'm going to talk to you some more about how Brent Symonette makes money no matter who's in power. Watch this.
The soil. I am a Bahamian. I hate to see this, huh? Y'all making it sound like we, the Bahamian people, don't have the power. Y'all making it sound like we don't have the will. We don't have the education to do what these white people are doing. They are using our people. They are using our things. They are using our natural resources to enrich themselves, and we are getting peanuts from it. Just look at this. Look at this. Every place y'all turn, Brent Symonette Company, and y'all trying to say, we ain't get no black companies in here what could get together and come up with the idea. Huh? Go now and enrich our own black people. Every time you turn around, Brent Company, the Symonette Company, look at all of this. Just look at all this. Look at the Bahamian people things. Just look at this. You see much of our things they taking up. You see how they could sift out different materials from here. Just look at this. Huh? And they want to take everything from us. And the black governments, the PLP and the F&M allow them to do it. Huh? Allow them to do it. Would allow this to happen underneath their watch. Just look at all these equipments. By the way, how they get this land? Vaughan Miller, huh? Mr. Prime Minister. Man, tell us about this land. Bahamas Hot Mix again. Company Limited. 242-601-6350. Why, Vaughan Miller? I told you I was coming into Andres, you know. I had to see this for myself. Look at all this. Only Brent. Mr. Prime Minister, Vaughan Miller, y'all stop giving these Symonettes all these jobs. Because anyway, they steal the idea from Urban Knoll, them anyway. Mr. Prime Minister, you know something? You know what is so shocking about this? My daddy used to work for Urban Knolls. And he used to stay up on Cat Island. The island where you from. Huh? They know how to build roads. They were black, Mr. Prime Minister. They were raw-boned Bahamians. Huh? Know how to build roads. Look at this. All our limestone they taking. Look here, look how they making money off of this. Just look. And by the way, how much the government getting off of this? Just look at this, Bahamians. We are tired getting used by our natural resources. Look at these big tires. Look at these big tires. Bahamas hot mix again. And they trying to tell me not one black other businessman in this country have enough money to go and put together and buy this equipment. Only Brent them get the money. Only Brent Symonette and the Symonette group get the money. You see why they wanted Andres? You see why they wanted Andres? And I trying to figure out how they get this land. Boy, for I believe you something else. On behalf of the businessmen and Andres, Prime Minister, you need to go look at these deals. Look at these contracts. On behalf of the Bahamian people. Good afternoon, my fellow Bahamians.
Change the screen again. A lot of you don't know what's really happening there. So what happened is the government told Brent Symonette them that they're not going to approve what they're doing. They're not going to approve this project that they were talking about. That's what the government told them, right? But you know, these politicians always have some slick way to do something under the table. So they were like, okay, Brent, no. Brent, them too greedy. We're not going to let them do anything. And then when we look, Brent, them, they're doing it. But you know what? What Brent and those got was a contract to build a road. And so they're building miles and miles of road. And so as they go next to the road, and wherever the road is, and next to it or whatever, they've been digging as they go. There's hills next to it, and they can cut down the hill down to the level of the road, and no one is watching them. No one is saying anything, because as far as they're concerned, they have permission to build the road, so they must have permission to do what they're doing. And so they bamboozled us. And the Davis administration allowed this to happen. I guess some under the table deal. Brett makes money no matter who's in power. So by getting the deal, Bahama Hot Mix, Brent and them to do the roads, now they can go and cut and do whatever they want, and no one is watching. And if someone comes there, some niggas say, hey, we have permission. See this contract? We have permission to do the road. And that's what we're cutting for, the road. And so now, because it's miles of road, they're actually going to be able to cut more than just the acreages they were originally going to get, that we were originally asking for. Now they got all these miles and miles of road to go down and cut. That's what's happening while you're sleeping. And that's how they always win. And the politicians try to twist in the way so they can look like, see, we stood up against Brent Symonette. Brent isn't getting the contract. They always find a way around to fool y'all. And we fall for it every time. All right? So thank you to those who are sending their stars on Facebook. Thank you to y'all who are funding here with GoFundMe or send cash right here. Thank you for all of your efforts. We appreciate everything that you're doing. Now, Bahamas Hot Mix. Bahamas Hot Mix. I'm going to show you this, then I'm going to open the phone line. Bahama Hot Mix. Anyone ever heard of that company? Well, I have. Bahama Hot Mix, just along with another company, just got the contract to rebuild the airport in Grand Bahama. So Bahamian company, along with Bahama Hot Mix, which means they sharing this up, and we're gonna look at who owns the Bahamian company next time, because if you look, you can see. With Bahama Hot Mix, Brent and them, you would think that they got enough with all the West Coast, all these different people. But of course, they're still making the money. They got the contract to build that airport, $170 million. Jeez. And, but it was curious when they named it, it said Bahama Hot Mix UK Limited. It didn't say Bahama Hot Mix. It said Bahama Hot Mix UK Limited. And so we took a look. Because what do you mean Bahama Hot Mix UK Limited? Are you trying to say that there's another Bahama Hot Mix or someone with the same name in the UK? Well, there is. And when you see the names behind it, you're going to see the same names that you're used to seeing. All right, so I'm going to pull this up for you. Let's get ready to pull this up. Hold on to your seats. Bahama Hot Mix UK Construction Limited is what they gave the contract to. You all ready? All right. So Bahama Hot Mix UK Construction. Let's go look them up and see what they got and what they're doing. So here it is. So Bahama, this is gov.uk, all right? It's Bahama Hot Mix UK Limited. Oh, here it is. Company number so-and-so. Let's look at the people. Let's go straight to looking at the people involved. Who is behind that? Who's there? All right. Make sure y'all can see this good. All right. Who is behind this? All right. So one, you got Halco Securities Limited. I'll skip over that. Then you have Philip Atkinson, British. Okay. Nothing alarming there. It's a British person, British company. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Oh, Anthony Myers. We keep hearing the same name. This Anthony Myers from the Aragonite contract, the Aragonite deal, Calcium. It's Anthony Myers again. And he originally had his nationality as British until we did the documentary, and then he came here and changed it to British/Bahamian. Now, in the Bahamas, we don't recognize dual citizenship. So I don't know how on here he has dual citizenship. I don't know. All right, so we scroll up so you can see it good. Scroll up. All right, so as Anthony Myers, the same people as Brent Symonette and Partners. All right, this the Aragonite people. This who Brave Davis them giving contract to the same Aragonite people. That's who the PLP giving the contract to. So you have British/Bahamian, and then this their accountant, Ibrahim Saidi. All right, it's from Switzerland, but he has British here. And then you have Peter Andrews, Bahamian. Anyone know Peter Andrews? Who's Peter Andrews? Date of birth 1938. What? This man is almost 100. Anyone know who Peter Andrews is? Peter Andrews, anyone? There it is. born in May 1938. All right? Says nationality, Bahamian, Bahamas. Now you see how they don't let y'all own no company overseas, but look at them. You see how they do the business overseas, so that's how they can do their little stuff that y'all can't see, but guess what? We can see. See that? So this is another Bahamian. So this is this Bahama Hot Mix, because when they announce it as BHM Construction International UK Limited, but this Bahama Hot Mix. See? Bahama Hot Mix Construction International UK Limited. What y'all need company in the UK for? And you're getting our contracts. All right? And so that's Peter Andrews. That's Bahamian. Next. Let me make this big so you can see it good. Should have made that bigger from the beginning. John Bethel. John Bethel, you would know him as, that's from the Rich Bethel family. All right? From all kind of big companies. All right? We talked about him before. So these are the same wealthy people. It's the Bethel with the two L's. Born 1944, Bahamian, Bahamas. So look who getting the contracts. You see that? Bahamian, Bahamas. Nationality, Bahamian. Country residence, Bahamas. Oh my God. Occupation, none. Think about it. It's a rich, I don't work. Next. Andrew Brent Symonette. And of course, you know what the politicians do. They put stuff in their son name, so this is Brent's son. Andrew Brent Symonette. Bahamian, Bahamas. This is the UK company, Roland Craig Symonette, or Craig Roland Symonette. Oh, well, this was Brent, or they call it the first and last. Brent Andrew Symonette. And this was Craig Roland Symonette. All right? It's a brother. Well, 1951. And so these are the same people. See the Symonettes popping up? The Symonettes, the Bethels, the same people? Oh, wow. That's who brave them give the contract to. The same people, the same oligarchs benefiting. It's brave them do this. Bahamas. And so when we look over their filing history, let me just pop up some stuff here. I already got some stuff up. Let's see. Bob. What you got here? Let's look at the money. You want to look at the money. BHM Construction International UK Limited, unaudited financial statements for the period ending there. All right. So let's scroll up or make this big so you can see it. So this is from 2020. So small money in the bank. 300 and cash at bank and in hand, $374,000. All right. Equity, -3 million. All right. So that's how I was looking in 2020. That's how this is financials. That's how it was looking in 2020. So yeah, that's all the document. I'm showing it to you. 3.6 million. Okay, nice. Good. I'm just scrolling slow so you go back over and read it when you get a chance. On the events after the reporting date, on the 23rd July 2021, the company acquired the assets and trade of BHM International Africa Limited. Man, you all see this? There is a Bahama Hot Mix International Africa Limited. print them all over the world. So they acquired all of the assets of their own company. And they acquired it for $1.93 million. Okay? Brand them. So let's keep going. So this is showing the appointment of directors and who became a director, Auntie Atkinson or whatever. Look at the next one. Now, this is what I want to notice is important. They got a gazetted notice for Bahama Hot Mix that the company was about to be shut down by the UK government. The registrar in the UK was about to shut this company down. They published, and this is right here, let me make this big for you. The UK government published, they gazetted on the 28th of February 2023, that's this year, 28th of February 2023, it says the registrar of company gives notice that unless cause is shown to the contrary, the company will be struck off the register and dissolved not less than 2 months from the date shown above. So by the 28th of April, they would have been struck off. So that's in March, April, yeah. So they had 2 months and they're going to strike them off the record because this company was just clearly this is a shell company, in my opinion. Clearly this is a shell company. They just have to be able to hide stuff and do stuff, all right? And so I guess it wasn't enough activity or some other reason. And the UK government is going to shut it down. So upon the company's dissolution, all property and rights vested in or held in trust for the company are deemed to be bona fide vacantia and will belong to the Crown. So that means the Crown is going to take over all their assets that they own. All right, that notice was already given to Bahama Hot Mix. So that means this isn't no company really doing nothing. All right, but it's a company that ended up with a contract. Okay, so let's keep going. So that's there. And then the striking off action was discontinued because while they were being struck off, they got a contract and they wanted to put the contract in this company name. They say, hold on, let's save that company. Use that company right there. Use that company we got over there in England. Don't use Bahama Hot Mix in the Bahamas. Let's take the money to another country where the Bahamians can't see it. Whoa, oh, ha, 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 ha. Because if you keep it here, let's take it all the way where Bahamians will never know where it is. Give us the money, brave, and we'll take it to England. And so what they did, this is another, it's a gazette, it says the striking off action discontinued. See, BHM, Bahama Hot Mix Construction International, UK Limited. It says cause has been shown why the above company should not be struck off the register, and accordingly, the registrar is taking no further action under section 1000 of the Companies Act, etc., etc. And this was done on the 17th of March. This is just done. 2023. Just done. When they got the contract. Wow. And so now all of more money appear in that company. So all of a sudden, now let's look at the money now. All right, let's look at there's more money than now. You see, before it was like 300 and something thousand, 100 and something thousand. Hey, look at this big money now all of a sudden there. All right, so 12 million, 6 million, 19 million, 14 million, 16 million, 18 million. See these big numbers now all of a sudden? Big numbers. Big numbers. Big numbers. It's a new kind of Bahamian. So, and here in January they was talking how these persons was going to be getting the contract. Bahama Hot Mix and C-File they was talking about getting, but I believe what they did with C-File is they put it in this other company, but we're going to investigate that. The other company that got eventually got the contract. Let me pull it up for y'all. It says a Bahamian group called Aerodome Limited will spearhead the redevelopment of the Grand Bahama International Airport in conjunction with two other partners, according to Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper. Cooper revealed that the first phase of the $170 billion redevelopment of Grand Bahama International Airport will be completed no later than the first quarter of 2025, while addressing the right in time for election. While addressing the Bahamas Outlook conference yesterday, he noted that one of the critical factors in getting Grand Nukayan sold is to have a world-class international whatever. In February, the government of the Bahamas entered into an agreement with Aerodome Limited. In February, when notice was given that the company is getting struck off the record, watch this. They went into agreement with Aerodome Limited, a Bahamian company. So you need to look and see who in there, that's where the money go. All right, that's how you do this. Manchester Airport Group Limited and airport management company based in Manchester in the United Kingdom, and BHM Construction International, a company based in London. So they tell you BHM Construction International is Brent Symonette them and Craig Symonette them. They tell you a company based in London. They ain't tell you it's Bahamians, Brent Symonette and these oligarchs behind this. They want you to know that the PLP give big contract to Brent them. They want you to know that. You see how they worded that? Do you see why our country is in trouble? We're in trouble. We're in trouble. All right? And so I'll leave it there for now. There's more I can talk about with that, but I'll leave that there for now. I'm going to open the phone lines quickly and let you call in. I don't know if y'all are still up. I'm seeing circular stuff going on. What's happening there? I think y'all are still up. I don't know. Y'all talk to me. Tell me something. I see a circular thing going on my Facebook. Let me see if that's still up. Okay, some of y'all say y'all good. I'm having issues on the Facebook. I was watching to see if y'all was up. Anyway, don't worry about that. If y'all say y'all good, let me see what we got here. We got 1,586 people on here, and total across all of the different things. Okay, let's open the phone lines. 803-5995 is the number. Open phone lines going to be open now. 803-5995. 803-5995 is the number. Call in now. Make sure it's not on silent. Good. Call in now. How do you feel about Leroy Major and what's happening with his neighbors and the situation that he is entertaining, causing them to have to live in fear and uncertainty of what's going on in their neighborhood? And they complain to him and he don't even care. They just making that money. How do you feel about that and the situation there? How do you feel about this, Brave Davison giving his contract to Brent Symonette and his people again? Brent Symonette them, they gone and they still eating. Gone. The phone line is there, 803-5995. 803-5995. Call in and let me know what you think, how you feeling. But I was on silent. 803-5995. That's the number, 803-5995. How do you feel about all of this that you've heard today? We've gone and showed you their financials, their accounting. There's more we could show you, but we can leave that right there for today. We leave that right there for today. But this is what's going on in this country. If there are no natural resources, why Brent them digging it up constantly? How is it that only a few people should benefit from what belongs to us? There is more than enough for every Bahamian to be wealthy. And we are preaching this because we need to get this message out. Go to the phone lines. Good afternoon, you're live. Good afternoon, you're live.
Yes, good night, how are you?
I'm good, how you doing?
I'm good. My question is in reference to Mr. Major.
Yes.
What, now that the cat out the bag and we know exactly what's going on in his backyard, what is the next step in terms of getting some answers from him? Because it's been days now, he had nothing to say, and the PM put up his mouth shut, he don't nothing to say. Like what are the steps that we take any steps in terms of getting this information to them, like on their desk, and asking them point blank what's up with this, or we just waiting on them to grow some balls? What's going on?
They're never going to do right. What we have to do is we have to put something in writing, send it to the Prime Minister, the different ministries affected, so that we can force their hand to deal with it. But if no one gets a complaint or anything, then they're not going to do anything. The neighbors are crying out. The neighbors are disgusted at what's happening. But, I mean, he doesn't care. Money getting made, so they don't care. So we got to do something.
Okay.
All right? Thank you so much. And the biggest thing we have to do is vote them out whenever the bell is rung. We got to get them out of this country. We have to. And so it's going to take all of us to get this done. So please talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors. Let's make sure we get this changed. All right? And so Leroy Major, we need them containers out of that yard. We don't need your neighbors living in fear. And you need to do something in that neighborhood for people who need assistance. You are all out assisting the Haitian immigrants. Your own neighbors are saying they need a food stamp, they need jobs. They're roof leaking. But you creating a business to benefit the immigrants? What manner of witchcraft is this? What kind of foolishness is this? Your Bahamian neighbors suffering, your neighbors who've been your neighbors for decades. And you are here talking about you did it to stop crime by hiring the undocumented Haitians. Lord, give us the strength to fix this. Let's fix this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a walkabout in Pinewood. I didn't see what time it is, I can tell you. So if you want to be there to assist me with the walkabout, please join us. Walkabout on Pinewood on Saturday. That is this coming Saturday. I'm walking about in Pinewood because we gotta take Pinewood, man. Pinewood is my heart, and we gotta fix that. All right. Still didn't fix the flooding problem, none of that. So 3 p.m. we're gonna meet at the Pinewood headquarters. That's on this Saturday. So please be there with us and come out to assist me as I walk about in the community. And so make sure you're there. So that's at 3 p.m. on Saturday at the Pinewood headquarters. If you need more information, you can call or text our office phone line, which is 804-4264. That's 804-4COI. To remember it good. 804-4COI. All right? That's what it is. All right? So the phone line is there. Okay, it's ringing. I don't know why it's ringing. I couldn't hear it. I don't know why. Good afternoon. You're live.
Hi, Mr. Bain. If Mr. Major, MP Major, whatever you want to call him, so he's making way or doing things to help the illegal immigrants for jobs, what happened to our hundreds of young people that will be coming out of school in June? Is he making a way for them also?
It's thousands, about 5,000 of them going to come out. And you got to remember that it's a new day. And so the new day is for the Haitian immigrants. It's not for Bahamians.
Yeah, but then, if it's not for Bahamians, then the immigrants need to pay the taxes would we pay to take care of them?
They're not going to pay for anything in this country. They get the free electricity, the free rent, the free land, the free water, the free everything. We pay.
Oh, well, then the Haitians need to wisen up. They need to stop sitting down and hoping this man change, because it's not going to change unless action, is taken to it.
Yeah.
All right, you keep doing what you do, and I hope, everybody gets together and really stand together.
Yes, we will. All right. Thank you. Everywhere we go, people are waking up. Everywhere we go. We got to spend Easter Monday with a nice family in the Centerville area. We want to thank you for your hospitality. They brought their family and friends in, had me talk to their family and friends. Everyone there is now ready for the New Bahamas. You had staunch PLPs there, staunch F&Ms, but now everyone is ready for the New Bahamas. And that's the Claire family. We want to say a shout out to the Claire family. We love you. Thank you for your hospitality. We appreciate it. We got to spend our whole holiday with you, and you and some of our executives. But thank you so much. While we're in the middle here, I just want to remind you that you can get your rings. We have COI rings and lapels. I don't have the picture of the lapel up here, but it's the ring. The lapel just looks like the ring. You put it on here. So the rings are available. The rings are $250. And they're available. Call a text office number, let them know you want a ring or lapel, and they could give you the price. I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, this is phenomenal. All right. I'm walking around with a different ring. I'm walking around with this ring now. I have a pinky ring. This is the pinky ring. And I also have the big ring. The big finger ring, but this is the pinky ring. All right, but $250. Come get your ring and represent for the COI. All right, so just wanna encourage you to represent. All right, and so that's it. The phone isn't ringing, so I'm gonna get out of here. We did an hour and a half today. Thank you all so much. We need your support, so make sure you fund. Again, that's the link right there. You can sponsor us. Thank you to all of you who are making this happen. We have to fight back. We cannot relax. This is the last election where we will be the majority. This is it. After this, it's over. We will be outnumbered. And anything goes at that point. Don't let Philip Brave Davis steal his country away from us and give it away. We have to stand up. There's more than enough natural resources. We are going to shift from a country that's dependent on taxes to a country that's dependent on their natural resources. Every country that has done this has gone from developing nation to developed nation. So from third world to first world, every country, just by empowering their people. There's so much more we need to talk about. On Sunday, I'll take the time and answer more of your questions, exactly how this is going to be done. What can we do to get there? It's very simple and very easy and very doable. They're trying to fool you while they're making billions. So Brave pretended that, we're not going to let Brent dredge do whatever the mining in Andres. And then they let them do whatever they want, and they're still doing it right now. And Brave also gave Brent them contract. But they let them do it in England. I mean, I don't know what more to say, but if we don't wake up, we're going to be in trouble. All right. So thank all of you all for joining me. I appreciate it. God bless all of you. The fight continues. You have to get your family and your friends together. Get them together. Make sure you talk to them. We need something different this time. We know that they're going to try the same old tricks. Those trolls are being paid to lie on social media, to tell lies about me, lies on Maria. They got a call. I don't know if it's for the show or not. Good afternoon, you're live. Good afternoon, you're live. Okay, couldn't get that. All right, but I'm going to end this here today. We appreciate all of you for watching. Again, we did an hour and a half today. We appreciate you. We still got to get out there for you to see Vision 2025, etc. But we're on a mission. We need you to go and talk to your friends and family. Philip Brave Davis is giving this country away, and we cannot let him. We're not telling you to hate anybody. We love all people, including Asians, Chinese, the Americans. But we got to love ourselves more. And our only mission is to make sure that whoever comes here legally. And they can work with us. They can share this beautiful Bahamas. We're not against anybody, but come the right way. That's all. Why is that so hard? Why is that a problem? Come the right way. Or we can send you back where you come from. Don't tell us humanitarian, because you are destroying our country and taking what belongs to us. Ladies and gentlemen, change incoming, change is here. God bless you, and God bless the new Bahamas. See you later.
Let me just say that I have always been a part of this community. And there's no accident I know how to do all the dancing. Because I always be and share with you. Because you are me and I am you. Yes, sir. And I'll be here with you always. And those who knew me from the past and know me now, they always knew that I was there and always been there for you. I don't call you all, no, you all are not Haitians, Bahamians. You are Bahamian, and your origin is Haitian. Mine too, and many of us. We have to stay apart for now so we can be together later. In long now.
Are you all ready and willing to go?
I don't know how you did this in 50 years. You look at history. Who does this? Show me anybody else that has done this in 50 years. I'm waiting. Show them to me. This wasn't done by money. Money doesn't produce visions. Visions produce money. You've had leadership over here that were visionaries, great visionaries, and their vision was more about the people than the money, because you can't accomplish this in 50 years without loving your people first, because the people are the ones that's benefiting from this. Look at your health care, look at your road system, look at your highway system, look at your airports. Who does this in 50 years? But who benefits? You're going to care about those people. It's something to be learned about what's been done over here that could be duplicated in the world, because there's people with this much money. You just don't have people with this much love for their people.